Originally from Guadalajara, Mexico. Been living in Montreal for, now 40 years almost, a long time. I'm a rabid and total crazy fan of Mexico, I think particularly during the World Cup. And I've gone to every World Cup since '86 except '98. Following Mexico with all my friends. This year I'm not going, I just had a little girl. I absolutely love soccer because of the freedom of playing the game. You can be on a dirt road, you can be on the beach, you can be on the street when I was a little kid, trying to not to get hit by cars. You can be on a formal field, and everywhere you can have a small ball, a big ball. Everywhere soccer, everywhere in the world is the same thing. Mexico has only made it to the quarterfinals twice, and both in 1970 and 1986. Both times Mexico was hosting the World Cup, and it's never made it past the quarterfinals. And this year they've got 2 or 3 kids from the World Cup team that won the sub-17 World Cup that are finally in the senior team playing for them, particularly Giovanni Dos Santos, who's a Brazilian origin. His parents were Brazilian. He was a Brazilian soccer player in Mexico. And he has the imagination that it takes to create the danger that Mexico doesn't normally create on its own. The first and the most nervous one will be on Friday, the inaugural game against South Africa. I probably will watch it at home, a nervous wreck. And depending on the result of that game, hopefully a win against South Africa, then we'll go against the game of France. The game against France, I'm planning on going down to this little community near where my manufacturers are, near Gil Michel, Quebec, in the south of Montreal, where there's about 10,000 Mexican farm workers that are brought over temporarily. And I assume that the crowd there with 10,000 Mexican farm workers watching the soccer game is going to be wild. Favorite World Cup moment was Mexico beating Ireland 2-1 in Florida. We were in Orlando, Florida, 1990 World Cup with all my friends. I just got into law school. I didn't have any money to go to the World Cup, and I sold my car. Mexico was tied 1-1. The beer had run out of the stadium because between the Irish and the Mexicans, they drank the entire stadium dry. And it was a goal last minute on a relatively long shot. Mexico won it 2-1. Partied all night in Orlando and woke up somewhere in the middle of the street with no shirt but a Mexican flag. The only superstitions that I watch the game is I think that there's a positive correlation between the food served and the score of Mexico. So the best way to cheer on Mexico is to get some good tequila, get some fabulous tacos, bring a lot of people together, and hopefully the food will drive the way.